Welcome to this video on the Bankruptcy Court, Eastern District of California's Mandatory Form Certificate of Service. See Local Bankruptcy Rule 7005-1 and EDC Form 7-005. This is the sixth in a series of video presentations summarizing the mandatory use of a standardized certificate of service, EDC Form 7-005. The focus of this video is Section 6A of EDC Form 7-005, but will include some discussion of Section 6B, which will be covered in more detail in the seventh video. Why Section 6 of EDC Form 7-005 is necessary. Section 6 is the portion of the Standardized Certificate of Service that specifically identifies the creditors served and describes the manner in which service or notice is being accomplished. For example, Rule 7004 Service or Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 5 Notice. Remember, there are critical differences between service under Federal Rule of Bankruptcy Procedure 7004 and Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 5. Generally, Rule 7004 Service is required for the first paper served in an adversary proceeding or a contested matter. In most other cases, Rule 5 notice is sufficient. Rule 7004 has many very technical requirements, such as the requirement to serve an officer or agent when serving a corporation. Similar, very technical requirements pertain to governmental entities. In contrast, Rule 5 notice is more relaxed. Before undertaking service or notice of a particular matter, read the Federal Rule of Bankruptcy Procedure applicable to the motion or other proceeding to ascertain which type of service is required. When Rule 7004 service is required, read that rule to ascertain the manner of service for the kind of party being served. How to complete Section 6 of EDC Form 7-005. Several issues warrant comment. First, note that Section 6A applies only to service made under Rule 7004. Section 6B applies where service is effected under Rule 5. Second, for any motion or other proceeding, some creditors are entitled to Rule 7004 service and others are only entitled to Rule 5 notice. It may well be that a party completing the certificate of service will need to complete both Section 6A and Section 6B on the same certificate of service. So check as many boxes in sections 6A and or Section 6B that apply. For example, suppose that Party A has filed an adversary proceeding naming as defendants Party B, an individual, and C, a corporation. Party B has already been served and has filed an answer. Party B is pro se. If Party A serves a complaint on Party C, a corporation, the certificate of service would look like this. The two portions of Section 6 that should be checked, Section 6A1 and 6B1 are highlighted in red on example number 1. Third, for each box marked under Section 6A, there must be a corresponding attachment. Unless you append the applicable attachment, the court cannot ascertain the specific identity of creditors served, and the motion will be denied. In the previous example, attachment 6A1 should look like this. In most cases, the attachment for Rule 7004 service, at least when effected upon an entity rather than an individual, can not be accomplished by attaching the clerk's matrix. Instead, a custom list, which satisfies the unique service requirements of Rule 7004, must be appended. See Federal Rule of Bankruptcy Procedure 7004A3, which requires service upon a corporation to be accomplished on an officer or agent. Section 6B1 has also been marked, and thus attachment 6B2 must also be appended. In most cases, attachment 6B2 must be the clerk's official matrix for that case. In our example, Rule 5 service is being effected on Party B, and notice is being accomplished under Rule 5. Attachment 6B2 should be shown in example number 3 because less than 6 persons are being noticed. Party A need not use the clerk of the court's official matrix and may use a custom generated matrix.